I'm here today with Sophie, one of our vision therapists. She joined CVD back in August of 2022.
Yes, I love thinking back to my time at Synapse. It boils down to utilizing neuroplasticity, which is the brain's ability to heal and change, especially after injury. Started in 2016 at a festival, Dripping Springs Founders Day Festival. And it caught my eye because I've been learning about the brain in school and noticed that it was really focused on multifaceted approach to strengthening the brain, the nervous system from a sensory integration standpoint, cognitive standpoint, and visual skills.
And it's been really fun because Sophie has been able to actually work with some of her former patients from Synaptuit. They have found their way to CVD, and she has been able to maintain some of those connections. One of the most significant things that we offer here at CVD that has helped her has been Syntonix phototherapy. It is a therapy where we utilize specific wavelengths of light to stimulate the autonomic nervous system in a particular way.
It's amazing to think back to even a year ago, the overwhelming sense that I would experience when exposed to really a normal amount of light that wouldn't really bother anyone who had either not had a head injury or just haven't experienced light sensitivity. That is what led to my prescription, which was specifically targeting the parasympathetic system. After my head injuries, I had really been in a chronic state of fight or flight because I think from one perspective, my body was trying to protect and look out for any incoming threat of a potential another injury. The Syntonix, after about 6 months of time, has allowed my body to become more acclimated to the light and also activate the parasympathetic and the calming system in my body, which has led my tolerance to light alongside tolerance to sound even, which surprised me, to heal. And so thankful for that therapy. It's something that I really never considered a possibility.
Can you tell us a little bit about your journey with the TBI? Like, what was your life like before you sustained your injury?
It has been a journey. I would say before my head injury, I was kind of following the stereotypical approach of getting your annual eye exams. I had glasses, but they weren't something I needed 24/7. But once I had my first concussion, which happened when I was playing soccer, the first thing I noticed was light sensitivity. And shortly after the sunset, the large headlights over the stadium just were blinding to a degree that I'd never experienced before. Alongside the sound sensitivity, I understand that things that usually aren't triggering to those who haven't experienced it can be very overwhelming. And that brings me to my second concussion, which happened when I was a senior in college. It was three days into the first semester. I was taking about 17 hours and doing independent research on the side, alongside doing a small business of photography. So my life was so jam-packed with activities and responsibilities. And so this head injury, which happened, I was in a rush trying to keep up with all the things going on. And I was picking up a book from under my desk, and I lifted up far too quickly, and I hit my head on the underside of that desk. And in the moment, like many people do, I think after a bump like that, kind of carry on with your day, go, okay, I hope that wasn't too much. Everything's fine. And as time progressed, the symptoms began to appear. One thing about head injuries is the symptoms oftentimes don't present themselves immediately following the injury. They can show up days, weeks, even months later down the line when you're put in an environment that potentially wasn't triggering in the past, but now is causing symptoms. That led me to go to the neurologist, who confirmed that it was a concussion. Actually did visit the emergency room that weekend because I was experiencing some dizziness. They confirmed there wasn't any skull fracture, but they did say that I'd had a concussion. So at that point, I had to take a large step back from all those responsibilities, which was, from an emotional standpoint, that was really challenging because I held myself to a very high standard on productivity, and the things I was involved in, I was very passionate about. And so that standpoint is one that I don't think is talked about too often, and something that as a therapist, I try to address during my sessions. And at that point, I had gone through many different therapies to address the other symptoms I've been having. As I learned more about the practice and the therapies that we offer here, I had a light bulb moment. And that was that there is hope for my light sensitivity. And I think I'm living proof that it is possible to heal from head injury. It took about a month before I had a breakthrough. And that was a really special moment. I still remember telling you about my breakthrough. And that was driving home for the first time in over 3 years without having any pain from the car headlights.
So you are currently participating in our weekly vision therapy program. You've already kind of relayed a little bit about how Syntonix has helped you. Is there anything else that you would like to elaborate on specifically with the Syntonix program?
Benefits of Syntonix, because it doesn't only address light sensitivity, it also addresses expanding your peripheral awareness, which is incredibly important. With Syntonix, you are providing your eyes with opportunities to focus in on a specific target. I think that over time, it really does open up what you are aware of. Syntonix can help with more than just the peripheral vision. In addition, with the balancing of the nervous system, it can help with overall your general health because it's helping balance you. That's where the word comes from. Syntonix means bring into harmony.